I'm live. I'm live, guys. Hello. Okay, so uh what's what's going on? Hmm, let me do.
Can you hear me?
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Are we live for real? I'm Corey. Can you guys hear us now? Can you hear me now, Chibuke? Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yes, I
can. Can
can.
you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay. Is it working? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys have no idea what I have gone through to make this happen. So first, before I dive into that, because I had to really start early so that we can crack on, yeah. Because I don't want to waste our time. So before I go ahead, I just want to welcome you, Chibuke. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. Yeah, we're using StreamYard. This is powered by StreamYard. So nothing fancy, guys. Just take me as I am, okay? Chibuke, thank you so much. Were you able to rest well?
Yes, I
Yes, I
was.
was.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have you here. And I was so, you know what happened? Yeah, I think I told you about what happened. Yeah, I was so. Let me see. Let me try to adjust this light. Okay, I think this is better. Yeah, so I was so worried about everything. I'm still not used to the fact that YouTube works differently. I thought I was dealing with Instagram with the rest. Yeah. So I didn't know I had to set anything up. I think I got in touch with Waka Waka Doctor, yeah. And I asked him, I said, what's up with this YouTube live? How is it gonna be? He said, oh, it's fine, just use a laptop. But I didn't tell him that I was gonna have a guest. So for him, he just thought, okay, just go live. Not a big deal. You've been doing the same thing. So in the afternoon yesterday, I was having a chat with Ife Oluwanimi. She's even probably gonna join us later. And I said, Ife, so what's up with this? She said, oh, it's fine, you're good to go, you crack on, you've been doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, what do I have to do? That I'm bringing someone up. She said, oh my goodness, I thought you knew what to do. Oh my God. I'm like, do I have to do anything special? I thought I was just going to click whoever I want to go live with from the audience, like Instagram. And she said, no girl, it doesn't work that it doesn't work that way. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. And then I went to so I tried to she told me about StreamYard, and then I went to try to set it up. So I tried to link it to my YouTube. Next thing, YouTube was telling me that I have to wait 24 hours for this to be activated. And I'm like, okay. 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 I was so sad. I was so sad last night. She said, "What are you gonna do now?" I said, "You know what? I'm just gonna order Chinese. I'm just going to eat. That's it." He said, "Is that what you're going to do?" I said, "I don't know. What am I going to do? I'll just order Chinese." She said, "Okay, after you've eaten your Chinese, let's know what's up." So luckily, I told you about it, and this morning, the first thing, I couldn't sleep well. I was turning around the bed. I said, "Oh my God, I do not like to disappoint people. I do not. I mean, some people had to set things aside to make this happen, to make this, and oh my God." Anyway, I'm just happy to have you all here. I can see a lot of you. Thank you so much, and I hope you can still hear me. If at any point you cannot hear me, let me know. Chibuke, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh my God. You told me about having to go to work. So you work like Monday to Fridays? I don't get. How does that work? You work like Monday to Friday?
I do. I'm supposed to be doing 3 days a week, but I hope to pick up one extra.
Ah, I'm so happy that you did this. We did this on Twitter Space. You were fantastic. I mean, it was a fabulous moment with you. And see, I still have my data from our last discussion. Full book. A lot of people were begging me to share my. No, I don't. I know they share past question. You have to be there to write yours. Yes. So his voice is echoing. They said your voice is echoing. Are you using AirPod?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it doesn't work very well with that. I think you might have to just, because that was what I was doing earlier, and it was echoing back, and it wasn't a real time voice.
Okay.
So I had to just use the regular mic. Oh, you have because you're using your phone, right?
Now?
You're using your phone, right?
Yeah.
I begged you to use your laptop. You're so, I don't know what I'm gonna say to you now.
I'm sorry. Is it better now?
I hope it's better now, guys. Let us know. We need to hear you, Chibuke. What are we gonna do? So talk now. So how are you? Did you rest well? Are you well rested?
Yeah. I rested well enough for this program.
So I have a question. Why do you have this cap on? Are you hiding from somebody?
No. If this cap does not even hide my face. I just like to. Actually, it's because of cold, so I don't like to wear the head warmer. So instead, I just do my cap.
They said it's better. So I think your cap is giving that dark shadow, and we can't see your face. How do you want us to listen to you without seeing your face?
Can you see my face?
Yes, we can now. All right, good. You're a man. I'll pardon you.
Should be more important than my face.
Everything is important. His voice is still echoing. My goodness, Chibuke, we need to do something about your voice.
What am I gonna do now?
Why don't you want to use your laptop?
How can I transfer the link to my laptop?
So all you need to do when you go to your laptop, copy the link to your browser. You can just type in the link. Or just copy and paste in one of your documents, and then copy the link to your browser. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm so sorry, guys. I did advise him to I don't want to remove him because I don't know what's gonna happen. Are you using an iPhone, Chibuke?
Yeah.
Are you using an iPhone? So copy that link to your notes. Are you using a MacBook?
HP.
See the way you're allowing me to be casting you. Because if you're using your MacBook, it's just easy to just go to your notes. So while we're waiting, I'm sorry, I did advise Chibuke to to do that, but it didn't. So what we're talking about today is what do I need to edit? I don't need to edit anything actually, so that's fine. So we're talking about how to migrate to Qatar as a registered nurse or a midwife. So it's the same process for you guys, and I'm just waiting for Chibuke to sort out the echo issue, with his phone. I didn't know we were going to encounter this though, but we have somebody is in the waiting room. Who wants to guess who is in the waiting room? I see you now here, Chibuke. Debbie is talking to you, say you now here, Chibuke. So somebody's waiting in the waiting room. Somebody is in the waiting room. Should we allow her to come inside? Who can guess who is in the waiting room right now? Who can guess? Maybe I'm going to give away. Okay, let me unclock. Yes, it's gonna give you that. Okay, so while Chibuke is trying to sort that, what can Chibuke do? What can I do? Chibuke,
are you sure?
To your email address.
Going because of the phone? Let me not finish the laptop and give you a call.
No, should I send it to your email address or something? Are you gonna send me your email address?
Yeah, my email address is CEO@gmail.com.
Type your email address and then let me send it to your email address. I'm so sorry for this, guys. I'm so sorry.
In the chat.
Type your email address on your phone. Twitter. Anyway, you can send it to the chat actually. I can check it from there. Yeah, I'm just going to add a fair. Why is my necklace shifting up and down? Anyway, I'm just going to add a fair. We can see you. Why are you trying to go to the corner?
I can't see myself properly. Okay.
I think this is it. Yeah. So Ifelua is our third guest. That's our surprise guest. Surprise! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. I'll just introduce you to everyone, and then I don't know who got it first.
I don't even know why I'm here, literally, because Chibuke is
trying to sort out his mic, and our voice is echoing.
Everybody hear me?
I think it's because you guys are using AirPod. That's why your voice is echoing. It's because you guys are using AirPod.
Let me take it.
If she's not using a laptop, if she's using a laptop and it's echoing, you don't need for me to use a laptop.
No. She can easily take off her AirPod. You, on the other hand, I think you're placing your phone this way, and if you're placing your phone this way, it's gonna block your speaker. Do you understand that?
That is
No, you're going to be upside. Yes, you're going to be upside down. So what I'm going to do for now is, I'm going to wait for Chibuke. It's easier for us to see if myself and Chibuke. So when it's the time for you to add the contribution from what we discussed, then I'll add you to the chat. Are you okay with that? Okay, so I'm waiting for Chibuke. Chibuke, you were supposed to send me. Yes, so I'm going to remove you now, and then once it's done, I'll bring you back up to put in the contribution. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Chibuke, what's going on? What are you about to do? What do you want to do? We should start. We're far behind now. Like, we're really, really far behind. Guys, I'm so sorry. It's the first time of doing this, and let me just wait for Chibuke to sort out himself. Have you sorted it out? What are you still doing? I can hear you. What are you still doing now? Because we need to crack on. What are you still doing? What are you trying to do? Guys, can you hear Chibuke now? Can you talk now? Can you start talking? I told you to give me your email address. If you send me your email address, I'll send the link to your email address. And you can just click in on your laptop.
Can you hear me?
I can.
I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you?
I can hear you. Oh gosh, what's going on? Chibuke. Hello? Oh God. Chibuke, I can hear you. I can hear you.
But I can't hear you.
What's going? Check your mic. You know what? Leave the broadcast.
I will leave and join again.
Yes. Now join on your laptop, please. Oh God, I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah. I think he's gonna try to join again. I'm going to send the link to his email address. That's why I wanted us to start early. That's why we started early. To send your email address. So I'll try to send the link to his email address. Thank you, guys. Yes. So I just really don't like to I'm actually stressed already. I just really don't like to talk about these pathways on my own, because I like to have people who have the experience share it, okay, so that you can ask questions. They are in the better position to answer your question. Hi Sylvester, thanks for joining everyone. I see over 50 of you. So I'm going to send the link to Chibuke's email. I did tell him to join with his laptop. I asked him earlier. I don't know why he didn't want to join with his laptop. Yeah. So it's easier for him to share the pathway. So while we're waiting for him to join back, I'll just put Ife back on. Ife? Okay. Ife is trying to calm me down. Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm taking a deep breath now. I'll probably take a sweet or something. Yeah, so I'm waiting for him to come back on. Let me allow Ife to quickly share what she knows about Qatar. Hi, Ife. I did tell Chibuke to use his laptop.
It's actually very
Yeah, I told him, and I really wanted us to crack.
but let's just shit.
So, what do you know about Qatar? We were talking about it before, and you're like,
Yeah. Don't I know that a lot of businesses
Even
go
you
to
are
that.
echoing. Are you using your phone?
No, I'm using my laptop.
What's going on then? What's up with the echo?
I think it's
Am I echoing?
no.
So why are you guys echoing?
Let me. No, I'm using
So
my.
even if he uses, that means even if he tries to use his laptop, it's still going to have the same experience. Okay, I think he will just have to crack on then. Like let him just
Yeah.
come back on.
Yeah. I was saying, I know that a lot of teaching nurses go to the Qatar and for like breaks where they just like 3-4 years come back to the pathways for nurses range in you. You know, I've been trained to Nigeria, so I usually always know what I like.
Is there something I need to do for you guys?
Nurses of the
Okay.
UK, except if What did you do?
Can you try and talk now? Can you try and talk now?
By the way, guys, I wanted to return this to you. So before we came on here,
Okay, you want to
this
report
is for me to wear makeup. She said, it's going to be on YouTube. I think I'm wearing light. Guys, is this light?
This is
I
light
just
makeup.
want to find out. I just want to be the judge of this. Is this your decision?
Oh my god. What are we gonna do about this echoes?
About the echo. Just leave it. Let's hang up on it.
People say they can barely hear what you're saying. Let me see.
Really?
Let Chibuke come back. I'll tell him to use his AirPod again and let us see what's gonna happen.
What should I use my AirPod?
Okay. Yes. Use your AirPod. Let's see.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Keep talking.
Does it echo?
No.
So it's good then.
It's good now. Oh my goodness! Can you guys hear her now?
Can you guys hear me now?
Is it still echoing?
No, it's not. I can't hear nothing.
But they are saying it is still echoing. I'm sorry, we just have to crack on like that. I don't know
but they can hear me.
When you're talking, like they can hear me.
Actually, mute yourself while I'm talking.
Okay.
Hi guys. Is it better now? I'm good at this thing. Super. I think what?
Okay. So I think I'll have to be muted and then where you're oh my god! Ife, you always save my heart, my goodness. Oh my god. Now we can crack on. I'm so sorry. A lot of people are leaving because they couldn't hear. I'm so sorry, guys. Come back. We're going now. We're going live now. We're starting. I'm so sorry about the mic setting. Okay, so Ife, is it alright to put you back in the audience now so Chibuke can come on? Fab. Thanks, my love. Mwah. Mwah. Quizzings. Okay, Chibuke, can you have your seat now and let us start?
MJ. Because apology.
I owe your apology. I be you hope your apology too. You hope your apology too.
Brand new laptop. I haven't even set up anything just because of. That's why I was reluctant on using the laptop.
I see. You didn't tell me that. You should have told me. Okay, so now, can you guys hear Chibuke? Chibuke, you're back on now. How are you? Chibuke, you said you were ready. Are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready.
So when you're talking, I'll be mute. How do we do it now? Because I need to ask you questions, and I need to talk. So when I'm talking, yeah, you mute your mic, and then when you're talking, I'll mute my mic. The way we do it on Twitter Space. You dig? All right, good. So let's crack on. Hi guys. So mute your mic now, Chibuke, or I'll just mute your mic. Okay, so hi guys, I'm MJ. You're welcome to my very, very first live chat for YouTube, and I'm so happy that you guys are all here. I'm sorry about the I'm sorry about all the microphone issues. It's my first time, so I'm sorry. I promise you that next time it will be better. I'm sorry. Pardon me, guys. Okay, I hope I'm pardoned. Thank you all so much. So I have here Chibuke. Chibuke is a if you see what Ife is doing right now. Okay. So Chibuke is a registered nurse from Nigeria, and also is practiced in Qatar, and is currently practicing in United States as a registered nurse. I had to pull him out. He just finished night shift, and I had to pull him out for us to do this discussion. So I'm sorry the whole mic issue delayed us, because I actually wanted us to start very early, take questions, and just end it very quick, because he's also got some stuff to sort out. So the way Chibuke is looking like he's hungry, I think I have to send him food much much later. So now I'm going to hand the mic to Chibuke, and he's just going to give us a brief introduction of himself, like just briefly introduce himself to us. Chibuke, can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hey everyone, my name is Ufamba Chibike Charles, registered nurse from Nigeria and registered nurse in Qatar and USRN. Nice to join you in MJ's video, and I hope we have a good time together. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Chibuke, for that simple and quick introduction of yourself. So, how are you?
I'm fine. Came back from night duty, had some rest, and we jumped on the live video.
Thank you.
Weather is not good.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about the weather. So, what can you tell us about your practice in Qatar? I was practice in Qatar for you.
Practice in Qatar was okay. I spent almost 6 years practicing in Qatar, and it was an awesome experience building from the experience I had in Nigeria. It helped me to widen my horizon and get to meet new people, different lots of people from different regions, different cultures, and helped me professionally to grow.
Oh, that's great. So, a lot of people have asked me questions about Qatar, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, Qatar is this, Qatar is that. They hate this, they hate that," and I'm like, "Just come to this live chat, and we're gonna break that. Like, see, know more about Qatar." So, what is nursing like? So, if I want you to um if I want you to make a comparison between practice in Nigeria and practice in Qatar, what can you say about these two? Which one? Just give me a simple comparison between practice in Qatar and practice in Nigeria. Don't talk about United States right now. I just want to compare Nigeria and Qatar together, because I know that most people here are from Nigeria or from Ghana. But because you practice in Nigeria, what can you say about practice in Qatar and practice in Nigeria? That's nursing practice in this context.
Um, Comparing nursing practice in Nigeria and in the state of Qatar, I would say there are similarities, there are also differences. But one of the key differences is that practice in Qatar is more advanced technologically. You get to see a lot of equipment, especially if you're in the government hospital. And of course, there is also a huge difference in the payment or in the salary or income that you earn. Like you earn better in Qatar, far better in Qatar than you do in Nigeria. So I would say nothing is more rewarding in Qatar than in Nigeria.
So which part of Qatar did you practice? Because some people said, oh, some places they have issues with human rights, this and that, you know. Some really bad reviews did come true. Some good ones, of course, yeah, and also some bad ones. And I was like, I mean, everyone is gonna have different opinion. Same with the United Kingdom. If some people want to share their experience, they go like, "Oh my goodness, practice in United Kingdom is this. They bully this. They bully that. There's racism. There's this." And whereas there's some of us who have really nice things to say. So, you know, there's always two sides to the story. So, what will you say regarding the human rights and for people safety, you know, all of that extra necessities, security, you know, in Qatar? What is it like compared to Nigeria? Because when I tell people that, when you complain that, oh, Qatar is not good, please, it's where you are, is it better? Because if where you are is better, stay there. Okay, but if where you are is nothing better, you have to choose. You have to really pick. So you need to pick. You need to pick your struggle. So tell me, yeah, what can you say regarding the security in Qatar? You know, human relations. When it comes to citizenship rights and all of that bit, what can you say about Qatar? What are the bad and what are the good when it comes to Qatar? Okay.
Okay, so the thing is, when you arrive in a country as a new immigrant, or when you newly relocate, especially with the prospects of working, you just migrated for the sole purpose of working. I think the first thing you have to do is, you have to get used to, or you have to read about the labor law of that country. To be very honest, Nigeria has an open labor law and everybody can cope. That's why some people in Nigeria, they don't even know what Nigerian labor law is all about. But once you leave the shores of Nigeria, any country you're going to, you have to study their labor law properly. So it's not like there are human rights issues in Qatar. It's just people who do not understand their labor law. For example, at some point in time, like few years ago, it was difficult for you to cross from one employer to another employer. Like, for instance, I am working for employer A and I want to go to employer B. Depending on the kind of visa also that you came with, you might not be able to cross from one employer to another employer without going back to Nigeria first. Then also, if you want to cross from employer one to employer two, there are protocols that you have to pass through, government protocols that you have to pass through. It's not like in Nigeria where you can just, you know, go from, you today you're working in Lagos, tomorrow you're working in Ogun State, like you jump from job to job, you resign today, resume tomorrow. Those things are curtailed so that there won't be confusion in the labor, because somebody will not spend money to, employ you and bring you with work visa all the way from Nigeria to state of Qatar. Then after 6 months, you'll be like, okay, hey, I don't like it here, and you abandon them and move after they invested so much in you. So this, we need to study their labor law, and then you align yourself with the labor law. That way, things will be easy for you. But if you don't know the labor law and you just want to, jump from employers to another like that, you will get so frustrated. I believe that's what they are talking about. But there are no human rights issues or anything. Yes, it's a Muslim country. If you are not a Muslim, you just have to keep to the rules. I lived there for 6 years and I never ran into problem. And I crossed from one employer to another employer. I had no issues. So everything, you just have to get yourself acquainted with the labor laws and do the right things. That's all I have to say
Thank you.
about that.
Thank you so much. So you said the salary is really good because I want people to understand that they are not I mean their time here is worth it, okay? I mean, we won't be talking about this if the salary is not even nothing, okay? So what's the salary rate like? Like, what's the range like for salary when you're converting it to naira? What's the salary? Um, what's the salary like now?
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
I'm
I'm
I'm going to call figures, and I'm not gonna exaggerate. In fact, I'm going to like call the minimum figure for you. So salary first of all depends on your negotiation. If a hospital wants to employ you, they will ask you during the interview, how much do you want us to pay you? Most job interviews, they will ask you how much do you want us to, or how much are you expecting? So if you agree with an employer for them to pay you, let's say 3,000 or 4,000 Qatar real a month, because some people, while they're in Nigeria, you know, they tend to tell the employer to pay them with this mentality of, I have not been employed for a long time, I just want to leave Nigeria. You underrate yourself and tell them a little amount, and they agree. And once you come to the country, you will discover that, okay, this money is nothing compared to what people are earning. Okay. But all I'm saying is there is no fixed salary. It depends on your ability to negotiate during your interview. But it also depends if it's government hospital or private employment or whatever. Okay. But at the minimum, there is no hospital in Qatar or company clinic that will pay you less than 5,000 Qatar riyals. 5,000 Qatar riyals. And one good thing about the salary is, for instance, if I am earning 5,000 Qatar riyals here in the US, I might
I might
not be
not be
able
able
to.
to.
5,000 Qataris, what's it in naira?
Okay, so as of now, 1 real is about 120 naira. 1 real is about 120 naira. So if you calculate 5,000 real, I think it's more than 500,000 naira. And not whether private or
The
government.
government,
So that's the least you can earn, 600,000 naira.
Yeah,
yeah,
And you said that this is non-taxable.
the
the
salary is
salary
not
is not
taxable.
taxable.
Your salary is for you. Now you get them.
Uh-huh.
Everything is for you.
Uh-huh.
Am I
All you
All you
correct?
need to
need to
do
do
is
is
pay your
pay
house
your house
rent,
rent,
buy your
buy your
food,
food,
send money
send
to your
money to your
family, and
family,
you are
and you are
good.
good.
If you want
If
to
So
you
stay
the
wanna
in the
stay in the
States,
minimum you
States,
can earn in Qatar is 5,000 riyals. I don't know why you call that. Great. You talked about accommodation now. How is accommodation like? What's the salary going to be looking like after paying your rent, food, cost of living, in Qatar? What's your salary going to be looking like? Are you still going to be smiling home? Or you're gonna be
so and accommodation is expensive in Doha because Doha is a small country. So, but what people do is, in fact, you see that your money, that your salary, there are places you will live, you will just use all of that money to pay rent. To be honest, there are places that monthly rent is 5,000 riyals. But when I was in Doha, what I was doing is I lived in a shared accommodation. So I had flatmates. In fact, I had roommates so that I can curtail my house bill and utility bills. Okay. So that way I was spending less than 1,500 in my accommodation. So I had to, like, it helped me a lot, save a lot of money. Because when all you do is we spend 12 hours at work, and I was working
working
minimum of
minimum of
5 days
yeah.
a
5 days a
week.
week.
So
Yeah,
I
So I
spend
even
most
spend
in
of
the
most
my
of my
time
UK,
at
we
time
work.
at
had
work.
to I mean, when I just came into the UK, I had to share apartment to save money. It's crazy, and then coupled with the fact that you still have to pay taxes and all of that. So in roughly, how much do you take home after you've paid your rent, paid your bills? Roughly, how much do you take home from that minimum? Let's assume now we are assuming that your minimum salary is 5,000. Yeah. So how much do you take home after paying your bills, paying your rent, paying all of that? How much is your take home like?
So let's assume that you're earning exactly 5,000, which, to be honest, that's like the minimum. Okay. Yes, there is competition in the labor market. As a Nigerian nurse, you're gonna face competition from nurses from other places like India and Philippines. These people tend to even accept any offer. 4,000, 35, but don't be intimidated, okay? You go for something minimum 5,000. Food is cheap. Cost of feeding and all of that is cheap. Only accommodation is expensive. Transportation is cheap. Okay, there are trains, smart trains going anywhere you're going. There are transit buses. They are all cheap. If you want to buy your own car, you can if you want. But I never drove in Qatar. I didn't buy a car in Qatar because I mean the network of transportation is easy. So plus or minus, if you earn 5,000, 2,000 is enough for your expenses. You can comfortably save 3,000 reals every month. You can comfortably save 3,000 reals.
For me, that's a lot of money to save. Yeah, quite a lot of money. Good. So we've talked about the cost of living, we've talked about bills, we've talked about rent. Yeah. What's the culture like in Qatar? Some people wanted to know about that too. So what's the culture like in Qatar?
The culture in Qatar is like a mixed culture. Yes, the dominant culture is Arabic culture because it's an Arabic state and they are proud of their Arabic nature. And of course, Qatar is in Gulf Coast, so Arabic Peninsula, close to Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. So their culture is dominantly Arabic culture. But then you will see other cultures. You will see British cultures, American culture, Filipino cultures, Indian cultures, Nigerian culture. So it's like a multicultural society where you see different cultures.
So why did you migrate to the United States if Qatar is so beautiful and I mean amazing as you've described it to be? Why did you relocate to United States?
Okay, so the only intent why I relocated to the US is because Qatar does not, in their immigration rules, they do not offer a pathway to citizenship. So uh, this is like my 7th year living outside of Nigeria. So when I was in Qatar, after I spent like 6 years, I was beginning to think, okay, uh, Nigeria is, I don't want to go back to Nigeria still as a single citizen or how do single country. How do I say it? So I needed a second citizen. I needed somewhere I can call home, far away from home. So uh, since the US has a clear defined pathway for citizenship, so I decided to move to the US so that I can at one point in time end the citizenship. That's it.
Oh, great. All right. So that was your reason. Perfect. No, now can you divert now? Let's start the pathway. Let's start the pathway. So talk us through. Last time was today. Let it be. Yeah, so talk us through the pathway now. Where do we start from? Now, guys, we've talked about, I mean, we've given you like an overview of what Qatar is like, just like a foundation to build on. So now I hope you're interested in this pathway now and you're going to stay with us through this pathway. Please pay attention. Don't miss out. I know that your network might be funny, but please try to stay with us on this as we're about to dive into the pathway. Okay, so yeah, if you have financial constraint, like maybe you can't afford to travel to United Kingdom, United States, you're trying to save money, Qatar pathway, I promise you, is the best for you right now. Like, it's the best for you right now. So stay with us so that you can learn about this pathway and you can ask your questions, okay, directly. So you pop your questions on the chat and I'll check it, I'll note it down so that we can answer them as asked. Yeah, so you are going to be on the quiz. So yeah, so start the pathway, darling. Someone was teaching me earlier how to call your name, Chibuike. So Chibuike, can you now take us through the Qatar pathway? We're listening attentively. I hope that this second time now I'm going to know how to recite it on my own head. I can do it alone by myself anytime, maybe on Instagram. Yeah, so take us through the pathway. Let's start, guys. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mary J. MJ.
Why is everyone calling me Mary J? I'm Mojira Day. So if you can't call that, just call me MJ.
I'm sorry, we are so used to Mary J. I'm sorry. So before I go into the pathway, if I ask how about healthcare, how about education, and people who have family, let me quickly answer those questions. So education is expensive, but
We're going to
healthcare is
take those
affordable.
questions. Let's start the pathway. We'll take those questions at the end. So I'll note it down, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll note it down. Thank you. Go for it.
So Qatar RN pathway for nurses who are outside of Qatar. I don't want to say Nigerian nurses alone because I know in this video there might be more than Nigerian nurses. So if you're a nurse and you are outside of Qatar, this pathway is for you, the same pathway. So I'm going to break it down in 3 steps. So the first step would be verification of your documents to show that you are actually a nurse from wherever you are. If you are in Nigeria, Philippines, India, London, the first step is you're gonna verify your documents and show that anywhere you are at the moment you are a nurse. So that's the first step. I'm just gonna list the 3 steps, then we go into them one after the other in depth. And in this live video, I'm going to be giving out useful links, websites, email addresses where you can do some of these things. Okay, and where you can get more information, like you hear directly from the the government office that is in charge of which one, okay, or the private agency that is in charge of which one. Okay, so for Nigerian nurses, unfortunately, you have to do this yourself. But for Filipino nurses and Indian nurses, there are agencies who do this. But unfortunately for us who come from Nigeria, you have to do it for yourself. It's not like the US or UK process where you have agencies. Yes?
I think I'll allow you to carry on, but I think that is the point where you feel we give us our own information. I think some there are some agencies now doing it from Nigeria.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just crack on. Yeah.
Okay, so the first step is verification of your documents. Second step will be uh, finding a job and evaluation, and the last step will be licensing. So this pathway is a little bit different from the typical pathways that we know, where you most times you have to get your license before you start working. But in this pathway, getting a job at some point is part of the licensure. So you getting a job in Qatar is uh, part and parcel of what you are a process that you're gonna pass through before they issue you the license. Okay. So a quick recap. First step, verification of documents and promotric exam. Second step, finding a job and evaluation. The last step is licensing, and you are all set. Okay. So permit me to go into the very first step, which I call verification of documents and promotric exam. Okay. So in this first step, what you are going to do is you are going to apply. There are 2 agencies that I normally refer to who will verify your documents. I will tell you the name of the agencies and how to go about it. So the first one will be Dataflow. Dataflow. Some people call it data. I call data. I don't know. English is not our language. So the spelling is DATA. 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 Flow, like flowing. FLOW. Dataflow. So what this company does is you register with them, go to their website, which I'm going to give you, www.dfg, D for dog, F for fish, G for green, DFG, SCH, S for soccer, C for cat, H for house, uh, and then .com, www.dfgsch.com. Their email address is support at dataflowgroup.com. Support, SUPPORT at dataflowgroup.com. So if you go to their website, you're gonna open an account with them. You apply for verification of documents. So they will bring out a column. You fill all the questions they're going to ask you: your name, date of birth, everything about your school and license. Then you pay the money, the fees, verification fees. I'm not sure how much it is now, but it's not going to be more than 500 reals or 600 reals. Yeah, you pay the fees, which you can pay with your uh, credit card or Mastercard. Okay, so once you pay the fees and submit your application, they will verify your documents. They will verify your license. They will verify your credentials, and they will get back to you if things go smoothly in less than 1 month. At most 2 months, they will get back to you and give you the result of your verification. But in some instances, you will have delays, especially if they contact your school and your school didn't, respond on time, or the phone number, because they are going to ask you to put phone number of your school and email address so that they can communicate with them. So if they were not able to communicate with your school, or there were some issues with communication, it's going to delay your application. Okay. So once the application is done, they will send notify you by email, even give you a copy of the report. Okay. Now, still in step one, when they give you that report, you will use that report and register for exam, licensing exam. We call it promotric exam. Okay. So the website you're gonna register for that exam will be www.prometric, prometric.com, www.prometric.com, prometric.com. So if you go to this website, you're gonna register for exam and pay the fees. So now, when you go to register for this exam, you have to select that you are an RN, because these people offer more than one exam. So you cannot be a nurse and go and register exam for medical doctors or physiotherapists, medical lab scientists. So you register for nursing exam. So, and this exam is like 150 MCQs, and you have to do it in 3 hours. Now, this exam, they have a testing center in Doha. So, but recently, because of the COVID issues, you can test from your location. They just added that feature in their options, but there are conditions that you have to meet. I think things like uh, a video camera or something where they can be monitoring you. They have to be seeing both of your hands or something like that to make sure you are not cheating. So you go to their website, those informations about testing from your location are there. If you meet the terms and conditions for that, they can allow you test from your location. But if you don't, you can also fly to Qatar and take your exam. Okay, people who do NCLEX travel far away to do NCLEX. So you can also travel to Qatar. You apply for tourist visa, go to Qatar, you take your exam. Now, the reason for taking this exam is with if you pass this exam, this is what you are going to use to apply for jobs. Okay, unlike the US pathway and the UK pathway where you have to get your license and apply for a job or something, but this pathway, once you pass your exam, the result of your exam is what you're going to use to apply for a job. Okay, and pass mark is 50%, and you have 5 attempts to pass this exam. After 5 attempts and you didn't pass, you will not be able to register this exam anymore. They will not allow you to register this exam. Previously it was 3 attempts, but they raised it to 5 attempts just to encourage people to keep applying and keep passing the exam. So that is step one. That is step one. Once you write the exam and pass, step one is done. You can now go to step two, which is finding a job and applying for evaluation. So the first thing you are going to do in step two is start looking for jobs. And how do you do that? Take your phone, take your laptop, search hospitals in Qatar, begin to apply to these hospitals. for me, something worked for me. I didn't limit my search to hospitals alone, because Qatar has a law that says every company in Qatar have to have a clinic. So even construction companies have clinics. In fact, to be very honest, the first time I arrived, it was a construction company clinic that gave me an offer. So widen your horizon, okay? Things will get better when you arrive, all right? So plenty hospitals are there. I'm gonna give a list of some hospitals. At least I'm going to tell you about 5 hospitals that you can apply. So the first one is Doha Clinic, Doha DOHA, Doha Clinic. Just Google it, Doha Clinic. It will show up. You go to their website, go to careers, and apply for job. When you apply for a job, of course, you have to arrange your CV, and in your CV, you have to mention that you have passed the promotric exam, because that's what they're going to be watching out for. Okay, so the second hospital is Turkish Hospital, like Turkish, Turkish, Turkish Hospital. Another hospital is Qatar Airways Medical Center. Qatar Airways has a big medical center. These ones I'm calling are private hospitals. The next two I'm going to call is government hospital, which is Hamad Hospital, the biggest hospital in Qatar. They have more than 100 branches. Hamad Hospital, Hamad, 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 Hamad Hospital. That's a government hospital. The next one is Sidra Hospital, SIDRA, also a government hospital. It's also big. The next one is Aster Hospital, ASTER, A for Apple, S for Soccer, then TER, Aster Hospital. And the next one sounds similar, Aspetar, ASPETAR, Aspetar Hospital.
Did you say ASTER?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
Aster.
And the second one?
Aspetar.
Spell the second one.
ASPETAR. Aspetar Hospital. So these are just few examples of
AS what?
PETAR.
TAR. Okay, go on.
So this is just few list of hospitals in Doha. There are plenty more. You just Google, you will see there are more than 50, 60 hospitals there in Qatar. Okay, so you launch your application maybe to 20 hospitals or 30 hospitals. Yes, there will be competitions, like I said, from other nurses all over the world, because people are applying. All right, but you don't let. There has always been, in fact, right from birth. Right from the time of conception. The sperm cells were even competing with each other. So competition has been there since the beginning of time. So you don't get scared by competition. Okay, just launch out your net and expect a response, and don't give up, because if you try once and twice it didn't work, please don't give up. Keep applying. Even you can even apply to the same hospital 10 times, no problem. Okay, so once you apply to a hospital and you get a good news, they send you offer letter, they interview you and give you an employment letter. Next thing is they will sponsor you. Okay, they will file for a working visa for you, process it, and send you the visa in your email. Okay, and then you will travel to Qatar. When you travel to Qatar, they will pick you up. Everything you discussed in your interview. If you discussed accommodation, all those things, once you arrive, they will take you to accommodation. If you didn't discuss accommodation, once you arrive, They will help you find accommodation and all of those stuff. Once you settle down, the clinic is going to help you apply for evaluation. If they don't help you, they will tell you what to do. I'm still going to tell you what to do. So now, for you to apply for evaluation,
Sorry to cut you. So far, we have discussed. I'm sorry. Can you have a drink while I'm trying to just do a quick recap? Because I really want you to have a break, okay? So, see this. Men are never ready. I have sweets. I have everything beside me. Men are never ready. Men are never ready. Yeah, so far, guys, if you didn't join us early, I'm actually going to save this video so that you can a fresh grad apply. I'm taking your questions, I'm noting them down so we can take that after it's done. So what we've done so far is we started the process from verification, finding a job, and evaluation and licensing. So we've discussed the verification part where you have to send some of the documents to the verifying body, and it gave us dataflow.com. That's the website. I did pop it in the chat. If you scroll up the chat, you see my comment. Yeah, I did put it there. So their website is www.dataflow, like dataflow.com. So on that website, you provide a lot of documents that they require from you, and you upload them. So this process takes about a month for them to verify your documents, and once they verify your documents, you can then apply to do the prometric exam. So you're not writing IELTS, English language test. You're not. The only exam you're writing is the prometric exam. Yeah, and this prometric exam is more like your like an entry exam. Okay, so once that's all you have to do to get a job in Qatar. Once you pass this prometric exam, which is a multiple choice question, and it's about 150 questions, and your pass mark is 50. 50. You are already great nurses, you know what you're doing, so you're definitely going to pass this exam. And again, the great thing about it is also that you have 5 attempts, so you can take this exam 5 times. Yeah, but if you do not pass it after the 5th time, which I believe that everyone here is sound and they will pass that exam, and we're also going to ask questions regarding the materials. It's going to tell us about that much later when we're done. Yeah, once you pass this exam, you can start to look for jobs. You can check the hospitals that we have mentioned. He said you can, do not limit yourself to hospitals alone. You can also apply to companies, airways. They are all mandated to have medical centers, have clinics, affiliated with their companies. So don't limit yourself to just hospitals. There are private hospitals, there are government hospitals, and then we also got the airways, the companies, the construction, all of that. All of those people all have clinics that you can apply to. So just start to apply. So once you get an employer and don't forget, we told you to negotiate your salary, negotiate your pay, negotiate your incentives and everything they want to provide. Some provide free accommodation for a period of time till you settle, all of that. Yeah, they do this. Oh, we are going to get to that. I'm going to ask. They're already asking you a question. That was the second website. It's the same. This person was on your live chat on Twitter Space. That you gave us to. You see, you think you are smart. You want to be cutting corners for us. Yeah. So once you do that and you get your you get a job, you've gone into the country, they will then apply for your evaluation. And if they don't do the application for you, they're gonna show you how to go about it. And he is going to tell us about it. Okay, so I hope you've had a drink now and you can continue, Chibuke. You stopped at evaluation, that you were going to tell us about evaluation, even though our employer is going to show us how to go about it. Okay,
so I will quickly go back to step 1 because I was supposed to give you 2 companies that do the verification. So the second company is Gulf Bridge Services. Gulf, GULF, bridge like bridge, BRIDGE. DGE, Gulf Bridge Services. Their website is www.gbsq, Q for Queen, QCHP.com. www.g, G for green, B for ball, S for soccer, Q for queen, I'm sorry, Q for queen, and then C for cat, H for house, P for pineapple.com. That's their website. And their email address is customer service at gbsqchp.com. Customer service at gbsqchp.com. I also have their phone number. These people, I was able to get their phone number, and this phone number is in WhatsApp, so you can chat them up in WhatsApp. Their phone number is +974 33 60 45 85. So that is the second company where you can apply for your verification. When I did with Dataflow. Recently, they are telling me that Gulf Bridge is now faster than Dataflow. Okay. So
They say
now
Gulf Bridge is faster than Dataflow. How dare you not give us?
So now we are in the second step. So evaluation. So when you want to do evaluation, they're going to ask you to, fill out a form and upload a lot of documents. Okay. Now the website where you're going to apply for your evaluation is www.dhp, D for department, H for house, P for pineapple, .mohp, M for ministry, O for orange, H for house, P for pineapple, then .gov.qa, .gov like government, .gov.qa. QA there is just abbreviation for Qatar. So in this website, you click on this website, you're going to open account first thing. So you open account, then you hit, there are lots of options. You are going to hit the option that says apply for evaluation. So once you hit that option, they will give you a form to fill. You fill these forms with your correct information. Please don't make mistakes. Any mistake is gonna result in delays. So you fill these forms, then they will ask you to upload a bunch of things. The first thing they're going to ask you to upload is your prometric results. So you will upload it, scan it, and upload it. They will also ask you to upload your copy of your verification report. You are going to scan it and upload it. They're going to ask you to upload your license from your country. You are going to scan it and upload it. They will ask you to upload work experience certificate. I never knew what this is all about before until I got to this stage. Work experience certificate simply means anywhere you have worked before applying for this position, just a document that shows, some people call it a reference letter or referee letter or something. It's just a document that will show, okay, this guy worked with us from so time to so time. He has experience in this area and in this area. So you upload as many work experience certificates that you have. So you are going to upload, for instance, in your CV, if you wrote that you have worked in 3 places, you are going to upload 3 work experience certificates. So the number of certificates you are going to upload will have to tally with how many places you said you have worked in your CV. So you don't say you have worked in 10 places in your CV and you only have two work experience certificates. No. It will result in some queries and issues and things for you, okay? Then they will ask you to upload your passport photo. They will ask you to upload your current CV. then they will ask you to upload they can ask you to upload a copy of your international passport or QID or both. Okay, it just depends, or both. So if you're already in the country, they will ask you to upload your QID. QID simply means a resident permit, Qatar resident permit, which your employer is going to process for you when you arrive Doha. Your employer will process resident permit for you. It's just 1 year. They renew it every year. Okay. So, but if you are not in the country as of this time, you can upload your international passport. Okay. So if you upload these things, then you submit. Okay. When you submit, they will look into it. If there are any issues with any of the documents that you uploaded, they will get back to you. Like they will return your application. They call it returning of application. They will tell you the purpose or what happened and tell you how to correct it also. Okay. So when you are done with this, that is the end of second stage. And at this point, you should be in Doha. You should get a job and be in Doha at this point. Okay. Any comments before I go to the...
I'm sorry. Doha is the same thing as Qatar.
Yeah,
Doha is like London.
Qatar is like UK.
Okay.
So that is the end of our second stage or step 2. Any comments or any
Carry on. We're gonna answer questions soon.
Okay.
So carry on. Just carry on.
So, and our final step is licensing, the last phase. So if you notice, by now you already have a job. For some people, they have already started working already at this point. So before you go to the licensing. Now, the reason is because your license is going to show where you are working. That's how they process their license. So in your license, the name of your hospital or your clinic is going to appear. And that's one of the reasons they want you to have a job before they issue you RN license. Because your license is going to have the name of the place that you are working. And it's going to be encoded with your employer, whatever, code number or things like that. The purpose of these things is to identify you, and if anything happens, the government knows where to come to look for you. The government knows who to hold responsible and all of that. Okay, so that's why they link your license to a particular employer, and that's what I was talking about earlier regarding labor laws. If you want to change an employer, your license is part of the changing process, because they have to do something again on your license and write the name of your new employer in the license. Okay, so the last phase is licensing phase. This phase, the same website that you apply for your evaluation, that's the same website you're going to apply for your license. It's just hitting a different button. When they reply you and said evaluation is approved, then that is the time to apply for license. All you need to do is click apply for license, and then you are going to upload few more documents. So these few more documents will include: 1, certificate of good standing from Nursing Council Abuja. Certificate of good standing is just a
Sorry. Where are you applying for licensing? Which website are you applying for licensing?
The same website you apply for evaluation, www.dhp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that department, just to throw more light, that department is just the website for Qatar Ministry of Health. It's a government website. Okay. So now, when you apply for license, they're going to ask you to upload certificate of good standing from Nursing and Midwifery Council of Abuja. It's just a certificate that shows Chibike is a registered nurse from Nigeria. His license has not been restricted. There is no criminal offense or anything. Okay. You have to apply it. Nursing Council issues certificate of good standing. When you apply, they will issue it to you. And when they don't give it to you, they send it directly to the Qatar Ministry of Health. That's the DHP people. Okay. You give them, when you apply to Nursing Council Abuja for certificate of good standing, in your application, you are going to tell them where they will send the document to. So once you go to this website, you will see their PO box, office address, everything. You just copy it and include it in your certificate of good standing application to Nursing Council Abuja. So when they process it, they send it directly to Qatar Ministry of Health. It doesn't have to pass through you. Okay. Then part of the requirement is also for licensing, they want you to have 2 years experience. Okay. And the only way to prove 2 years experience is through your work experience certificate. Okay, which you have uploaded before during evaluation. So they are not going to ask you to upload it again. They will just
So does that mean that someone that just graduated cannot apply?
they do not want new graduates. I'm sorry.
I think I saw someone yesterday.
But then there is how to go about it, because for okay, that wouldn't apply to everybody. For people who finish from Department of Nursing, your NYSC and your what do they call it, and your
Internship?
counts.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it counts. Then, but for people who finish from School of Nursing, I believe it won't hurt you to get an experience before leaving Nigeria, because you need it, to be honest.
Okay.
It's risky to leave Nigeria as a nurse without having an experience. General statement.
Carry on.
So they want you to have 2 years experience. Okay, here is the thing. Let me expand, give more explanation on this. If you don't have 2 years experience, they will give you a nurse trainee license or something. There's how they do it. They will put you under supervision of another nurse for like 6 months, a registered nurse. And I don't encourage people to do that, because when you finish the process of converting your nurse trainee license to RN license, sometimes it can be complicated, and you don't want to go through that process. Okay, so just come in as an RN. So I encourage you to get 2 years experience in Nigeria before leaving. I got 4 years experience before leaving Nigeria, but 2 years wouldn't hurt. Okay, so and then they're gonna ask you to upload your QID, Qatar resident permit, which you have already uploaded during the evaluation phase. So you will not upload it again. What they will do is, when you apply for licensing, the documents that you uploaded during evaluation that they need for the licensing, they will just take it automatically and tell you which one that is left. So what will be left is the certificate of good standing, which you did not upload at that time, and also your police clearance. They will need you to get a police clearance from Nigeria and a police clearance from Qatar. Okay.
Police clearance from your country?
From your country.
You are not talking to any Nigerians.
Yes.
Okay? Let's always remember that.
Yes, ma'am. So police clearance from your certificate, from your country of origin, anywhere you come from, Philippines, India, Nigeria, anywhere. They need you to show a record that you are not a criminal in disguise in the name of a nurse, because unfortunately some medical workers are also criminals. Okay, so they use their medical license to cover up. So they want you to have a clean record. Okay, and the only way to show that is through police clearance. Okay, then they will want you to upload a copy of medical report. So there is a hospital that you will go to in Qatar. It is called Medical Center or Medical Commission. So they will ask you to go there for employment assessment. So when you go there, they will run some blood work, check some HIV, tuberculosis, chest X-ray, a lot of things to make sure you are fit to practice. So when you go to that hospital, that medical commission, after your assessment, they will give you a certificate to show that you are approved to work, like you are fit to work or you are not fit. So you are going to upload that certificate at this point. Okay. Then the last thing they will ask you to do is to upload basic life support. Okay. I also had an issue at this point because I uploaded basic life support from Nigeria and they rejected it. I had to do another one in Qatar. Somebody will ask, why did they reject it? To be honest, they did not tell me why they rejected it. They just said, this is not from an approved center or something. So I had to do another one in Qatar, and it was
So
quite expensive.
all those people that keep going to different centers. So do BLS. Be careful the kind of centers you go and spend your money. Okay, make sure it's approved centers because carry on.
So they'll ask you to upload a BLS certificate to show that you can do CPR and all those little things. Okay, so you upload that certificate, and that's the last thing you will do. Then they will take like also 4 weeks to go through your application, and if you go successfully, if they're satisfied with everything, they will issue your license and send it to your email, and also upload it in their website where anybody can look you up, and you will appear as a RN in Qatar. Okay, that's it.
Well done. Thank you so much for running through that again. I know how it can feel when you've talked about a pathway before and you have to talk about it again. You're trying to be better than you were that time, but it happens that sometimes you forget some information and it just happens. That's okay. But thank you so much. You were amazing again. Thank you for doing all of that. So I've got a couple of questions here. Yeah, so that's the pathway, guys. That's the pathway. Some people are asking me if they can have your email address, but that's up to you. It's on Instagram. It's on Twitter. Let me find your Twitter handle again. Let me find your Twitter handle again. So Chibuke is on Twitter at. Let me type your handle so they can send you a DM. Twitter at UFOMABACHIBUIKE. Yeah. So you can send him a DM on Twitter if you don't mind. I don't know. I'm not sure. So you can ask him then if he is interested in giving you his email address, then he can share it with you. So thank you so much, Chibuke, for going to this pathway again with us. Thank you for honoring my invitation. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Even out of your really busy schedule, you still made time to do this for me. Thank you. So I'm going to be taking some questions now. I've noted some down already, and the first question here is, how much will the whole process cost? Like when we give an estimate of the whole process, how much do you think is gonna cost? Like a rough estimate of the whole process.
So, estimate of the whole process, rough estimate, I would say in Naira, both the fees you're going to pay, like if you're just paying the fees, everything is gonna be less than 500,000 naira. But if you're flying to Doha to take your prometric exam, of course, the expenses will be a little bit higher because you will pay for your visa, pay for flight ticket, pay for hotel accommodation and all that. So that is when it will be close to 1 million thereabout. But if you if you're able to test from your location, I mean, it's going to be less than 500,000 naira.
Okay, so earlier, guys, Chibuke said that they have an option for you to test for, do the exam within your location, like in your house, in your room, in your apartment, but you have to meet certain criterias which are on their website, and we gave the website earlier. Yeah, so if you meet those criterias, then you do not have to travel to Doha to have your prometric exam. But if you do not, then you would have to travel. And if you do not have to travel, an estimate is around, it said a rough estimate of how much you're going to spend is about 500K. Yeah, which is cheaper compared to other countries that you have to travel to. Yeah, but if you have to travel to write the exam, if you don't meet the requirements of taking the exam in your house, then you might spend more. So that answered that question. Thank you. So the next question is, how much is the exam? That's the prometric exam. How much is it?
Prometric exam Currently, it's about 600 Qatar riyals. That's like, actually, it was 200 Qatar riyals before, but I heard they increased it. So, regardless of what it is never going to be more than 600 Qatar riyals. And that's like, I told you the rate before. So, one Qatar riyal is like 120 naira. So, you do the math in naira. Enjoy your mute.
Sorry, so that's about 67,000 naira in naira if you convert at the rate that you are converting it. Yeah, that's the amount for the exam. So another question I took here is, you already answered this one. Yeah. So, how is healthcare in Qatar? Is it free? Is healthcare for everyone free in Qatar?
Healthcare is not free, but it's very, very affordable. For instance, I will use myself as an example. So, because the government wants everybody to have healthcare, they call it healthcare card. So, you go to Hamad Hospital, that's the biggest government hospital. They provide health card for everyone who applies. You apply for a health card for 100 Qatar riyals, which is like that's like 100 times 120. You calculate it in naira. So you apply for the card for 100 riyals. So with that card, you can go to hospital, Hamad Hospital. They have more than 100 branches everywhere, almost in every street. So you go to their hospital with that card, and whatever you have, they treat you. When they treat you, your bill is not like your bill. You will see, like one time I went to the hospital with my card. After treatment, my bill was like, they didn't even bill me. I just paid for the medications, which was just like 30 reals. 30 reals. So healthcare is affordable, very, very affordable. Unmute yourself, MJ.
Yeah, so what other exemptions are there for those taking the exam? So, like maybe a double qualified nurse, maybe a registered nurse in the United Kingdom. No, we're not talking about just nurses from Nigeria now. So, if you're a qualified nurse from maybe like United Kingdom, United States, and you want to go and practice or work in Qatar, do you still need to take the prometric exam? What are the exemptions to taking this exam?
Okay, thank you, MJ. There are a few exemptions. If you're USRN, you just do your evaluation. You no need to take promotory because they recognize USRN. So for USRNs, you don't need to take promotory. Then if you have a master's degree in nursing, you don't have to take promotory exam. In that case, you will apply for. You're not even going to apply for RN. You apply for specialist nurse or something like that, and you will not take the promotory exam. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any information about UK RONs being exempted. So, but you can direct that question directly to them, and that will be you direct that question directly to Department of Healthcare Profession. That's the DHP. So you go to their website, get their email address. Maybe you don't even have to send them email or contact them. Once you go to their website, you will see go to licensing exam, RN licensing exam. You see all the exemptions. Okay, but I haven't seen UK RN exemption. So thank
Okay,
you.
so you mentioned, thank you for answering that question. You mentioned earlier that there are some agencies that are recruiting, but you don't think they're recruiting from Nigeria, but you think they're recruiting from UK, Philippines, and the Indians. Can you give us a list of these agencies? Maybe we can try our luck.
Ah,
Do you have them?
no, I did not prepare that
No.
list.
So why I found that was that I'm gonna bring Ife back up. If I've told her to come back up. Yeah, so why I found that, let me see, is she here? Ife, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, can you turn on your mic, your video, please? So I think you figured, you're hiding. I think you figured you figured information out regarding the um unmute your mic.
Yeah. Can you guys see me? Literally, you're muted.
Sorry, the other day when we had a chat, I think you figured out some agencies. I mean, where we can get some agencies that are actually recruiting from United Kingdom, Nigeria, and all of that that we can go through, that people can go through.
Okay. So the only agencies I know recruit from the UK. I don't know of any agencies that recruit from Nigeria at the moment. And I think what is happening is that what I found out is that a lot of Nigerian agents are very, very greedy. Hence why most of these international organizations are not using them anymore. Hence why it is very hard to get any sort of jobs internationally through agents. The UK is definitely not using agents anymore because, again, they've scrapped the not scrap, but we all know about the whole active and passive recruitment issue that they were having with World Health Organization, and they now also found out that it's actually cheaper for them to recruit passively. So they are sticking to that. And I don't know if active recruitment will come back. I don't think so. That's first and foremost. MJ, you've muted yourself.
Okay, so can we advise people to can we advise them to apply for jobs through LinkedIn? Because I think the contact you gave me the other day was through LinkedIn.
Yes. So for any nurse that is looking to migrate right now, you need to have a very good looking LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is a let's say a mini agent, because most international recruiters will look at their job, what they get paid for is to add count and add on to you. So they will keep typing in certain job searches in their boxes. If you fit into their criteria, you will show up on their search, and they would send you a message to say, I've looked at, if you notice, most LinkedIn messages would start with, I've looked at your profile. I see that you have experiences. So. Put your whole CV on LinkedIn. Don't hide anything. Every experience you have, everything you've done, put it there. Your LinkedIn is pretty much the first CV that any employer, any recruiter could see. So I always say the role I'm currently on, Migrate, I got it through LinkedIn. Do you understand? And a lot of recruiters still reach out to me through LinkedIn. I speak to recruiters all the time, not because I'm looking to change jobs, but because I'm happy to refer them to people that need these roles as well, right? This month alone, at least 4 of my friends have gotten jobs just through me telling my recruiter that I'm not looking for a job at the moment. However, I have somebody that might be interested or fits that role, and then I just send them their numbers, and
I'm not your friend, Abby. Hey, I'm not your friend. You're not referring. You're not sending them my number. Wow. I see.
I'm slapping. You looking for job?
What Ife is saying is that LinkedIn is make your LinkedIn look fantastic, fabulous, attractive, so that you can also get employers from there. You can also download LinkedIn jobs. So you set it like a search for jobs, registered nurse, registered midwife, whatever you are in Qatar. And once there any advert like that, it's gonna pop up. They will send you a reminder, they will send you a notification. And I think that's what everyone who is actively looking for jobs should do. Okay, so that's one way we can get. I thought you had agencies to share with us, but unfortunately you don't have agencies. So I'll go back to go and be looking for agents. That's your assignment. That's your assignment. Go and be looking. No, be looking.
There are agents, but they only recruit from UK, not from Nigeria.
Okay, then they vet for us.
So you get.
Okay. Can you give us the ones that recruit from UK that you have?
I have to look at my phone. I don't have it. I
Go and look
I
at
can
it.
text it to you.
Yeah, go and look at it and come back. Thank you. Go and look at it and come back. We are waiting for you. All right, so that's about the recruitment part. That's the question. So the next question is study materials for prometric exam. Where can we get study materials? We're rounding up, guys. We have only less than 5 minutes now to round up. So where can we get study materials for prometric exam?
So the study materials for the promotric exam. So I did my research because when I took the promotric exam, to be honest, like I searched for materials everywhere and I just used anything I could. So, but I took my time to research for materials, and it happened that Promotic wants you to use the same materials as NCLEX. That's why they recognize USRN. That's what I discovered. And these materials, they mentioned the Saunders Comprehensive for your, they want you to use that for your review. And then they recommended UWord also. They recommended UWord for practice questions, and that's it. MJ on mute.
Thank you for answering that question. So materials, UWord, Saunders, yeah. So can if you already answered this one, that can a fresh graduate apply, and you said no. So how do you get work experience certificate?
Okay, so for me, I didn't know about work experience certificate. All I did was to reach out to the hospitals I worked for in Nigeria, and I explained to them, hey, and that time I was already in Qatar. I explained to them, hey, this is what I'm passing through. I need certificates to show that I work with you. So some gave me, some didn't give me. So I took from the ones that gave me, and those were the only ones I mentioned in my CV. So the ones that refused to give me, I didn't mention them in my CV. That's what I did. That's how you get it. Apply to the hospital that call the hospital that you are working for or you work for in Nigeria and tell them. But now some hospitals in Nigeria already know about work. So once you are leaving, the day you resign and all of that, as they're paying your last salary, they give you reference letter and all that. That is the work experience certificate.
All right, thank you. So how long? I think we've talked about how long so have we talked about no? How long does the whole process take? We talked about how much earlier, but how long does the whole process take? This whole Qatar pathway, how long does it take?
If at each stage you don't have any delay, you should be, and you apply for jobs and you get jobs immediately without any delay. I mean, in 6-7 months, you are done with the process.
Okay, so does Qatar recognize double qualifications? Maybe you're a registered nurse and a midwife, or you're a registered midwife, specialist nurse, maybe nephrology, accident and emergency, theater, do they recognize this kind of specialties? And do they pay them specially? And also, let me just add this one. Do they pay per hour like the United Kingdom or United States?
Okay, so the only two specialties they recognize is general registered nurse and midwifery. For midwives, you apply for a separate license, midwife license, and write the separate exam. Then every other person, whether you're a psychiatric nurse, theater nurse, you're just a general nurse. So you apply for the general RN. Then when they issue the RN license, then your specialty will come in with your employer now. So they will now, if it's a hospital that has your specialty, they will, if, for instance, if you're a theater nurse or OR nurse and your hospital that employed you has an OR, they will now post you to the OR. You work there, but your license will be general nurse. Okay, so you are not taking a separate. The only people who take separate exams is midwives.
Great, thank you. I think the other question I have here is what's the other question? I'm coming. I highlighted it earlier. Where did we write it now? What process? We've talked about that. I think that's the question I have. I can't find I can't find the question I wanted to ask anymore. I don't know where it is. Okay, yeah, you talked earlier. You talked earlier about negotiating with your employer how much you can earn. Does this apply to everyone? Like you can apply. I mean, some employers have already a set base that they're going to start you with. Okay, so does this apply to everyone when you're negotiating?
Uh, I mean, it applies to everyone because even though, yes, every organization that's interviewing you, they already have a set, they already know how much they're offering for the job, but they still want to discuss with you because probably it can end up in something less and the organization gains. Okay. So, for example, using myself as an example, when I was employed, organization already know how much they paid me, but unfortunately, my negotiation with them came with a lesser amount, and they gained. But they gained because they are not paying me less than what they budgeted for me. Okay, and which it will not be good for another person to make the same mistake. But what happened is because it's an employer with conscience. Okay, so what happened is that they now ask me to do overtime, so and then they could pay me some extra money, okay, just to augment my salary and all that.
Okay,
So
good. So how about bringing your family? So do they pay per hour? That's the second question.
how they they do not pay per hour, they pay monthly, some pay in 2 weeks, 2 weeks salary, some pay many pay monthly, and it's not per hour. Maybe they calculate it per hour, but it doesn't show in your offer letter, they just tell you monthly salary.
Yeah. So how about bringing your family? Is it easy for you to move in with your family? How do you move in with your family?
Okay, so concerning the family, that's part of the discussion you are going to have during the interview. So you ask your employer, I want to come with my family. First, they will tell you this position is open for a family person or a single person. Okay, yes, to bring family the employer is going to spend more money because of course the visa is going to be visa for more than one person. So you discuss with your employer, everything is possible. Some came with their family, so I went single. Some came with, family. Some came with, You can also go and later bring your family, but it all has to do with because your employer is your sponsor, and anything visa will have to pass through your employer. So it's just the ability to discuss with them and let them know what you want. On mute. You're on mute.
That's perfect. So the other question is how much you said we're going to have to renew our residency every year. So how much does that cost? And will the employer pay for that?
The employer pays for renewal of your residency, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, you don't have to worry about that. I think we are done with the question. Thank you so much. So if the residency is every year, is their contract every year too?
Uh,
You have to renew
con-
your contract with them every year.
no. Some people, okay, so for me, they gave me an unlimited contract. Okay, you just keep working until the day. In your employment contract, they will tell you you have the right to, resign or terminate your contract. They also have the right to terminate you at any time. Okay, but then some of the some of the employers, and because there is no pathway to citizenship, some of them, when they terminate you, they want you to go back home, and then if you are coming back, you come back with a different employer. But some of the employer, when they terminate you, they will
They will not terminate us in Jesus' name.
amen.
Terminate, okay. They will not terminate us in the mighty name of Jesus. So, do they accept foreign trade nurses from Ukraine? That's the last question I'm taking, guys.
Yeah. It's so long as you're a nurse anywhere you are qualified to apply.
Thank you so much, Ibuke. Thank you so much for your time. Let me bring Ife back if she's been able to find anything. Ife, hello, you're back. Were you able to find anything, or we're going to see you later in the behind the scene. Okay.
In
All
the
right.
DM.
In the DM.
In the DM. All right, thank you so much, guys. I think we've come to the end of our discussion today. Thank you to everyone that joined this live session, and I hope that this live session has answered your questions. Guys, I'm rounding up. Let's start out Sylvester, because Sylvester has been here since the beginning of this. So he said, how is the work ratio? I mean, how is the work ratio nurse to patient? How is it like in Qatar? Before we go, Chibuke.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
I
I
thought
was
I
waiting
was
for you
waiting
to
for you to
mute
mute
yourself.
yourself.
The way you started.
So, work ratio depends on where you are working. Okay, so where I was working, I mean, it was not difficult at all. But people who were working, people who were working in Haman Hospital and Sidra, they said they had much workload, patient ratio, and all that. But trust me, it's not something you cannot handle.
All right. So you told us about the minimum pay. What's the highest pay? And is it true that some employers give you that incentive that they can sponsor like 2 vacation trips? Because that one, I'm interested in it too.
Okay, so maximum payment, I mean, there is no cap, okay? It can be anything. Like for me, I was I don't want to call figures, but you see what I said as minimum for me, I was earning like almost times two of that, okay? And I had a paid vacation. Like every year I have 1 month paid vacation. Like they will pay me my full salary and I go to Nigeria and chill with the big boys in Lagos.
You bam
Okay.
bam for free. Hey God, why was I? Where was I when they were talking about Qatar? Do you know that before I talk to you, I've never heard about Qatar pathway? Hey, my goodness. The only pathway I knew about was United States, United Kingdom, even Canada slightly. I did not know that something is happening in Qatar. Wow. Because as a single person, I really advise that you go through Qatar pathway. It will save you a lot of money. A lot of Filipino, Indian nurses that I work with, all of them are always saying very nice things about Qatar, and that the only reason why they left. We cannot kukuma here if the only reason why they left is because of the rest of the citizenship issue. That aside that it is beautiful, like as in, it's a tourist destination. The whole of UAE is beautiful. So really, and that they used to go on vacation twice in a year, and I was like, unbelievable. Where was I? Where the hell was I? My God. Oh God, I'm so angry because I'm just angry of the fact that I could have saved a lot of money. Anyway, thank you so much. We have come to the end of this session. Thank you, Ife. Ife, I know you're a busy woman. Thank you so much. Even though you've been hiding, come out now. Come to this side. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Chibuke. I really appreciate you. I want to do giveaway. But you see, all of you, your eye is doing like this to me. So I'm going to announce that giveaway later.
Mujirade, I agree with you.
I
I
think
think
for
anybody
anybody
who is going to be 25
who
Hold
should.
on. Hold on.
I said I would encourage anybody under the age of 25 to actually try this pathway and actually go out there and gain some experience, because even a lot of you young qualified UK nurses, they go they go all the time. I remember when I qualified, I worked with a very lovely Asian girl who just came back from Qatar for she's been there for the last 5 years. She was able to save money to buy her first flat. So yeah, it's a really, really good pathway. And sometimes it's nice to experience other places. not every time UK, America.
Someone told me that they said that if you have not migrated to UK, you have not migrated. I'm like, excuse you.
UK is overrated.
I bet UK is overrated. Like, it's overrated. When it comes to this Qatar, all the things I'm hearing, I'm not even liking UK again. I'm going to Qatar.
The only
we are going to Qatar. Yeah, we are packing our bags.
The only reason why for me it's a no is pretty much because I know education out there is expensive, and for a family person, worth it. Don't bother. It's not worth it. But a single Pringles.
Single Pringles. Should have gone earlier. Now that I'm already going towards marriage, I will have gone and saved money for my marriage. It's not end for me in Jesus. Because oh God, this my colleague. If you see the way she buys designers, like she's not even spending her UK money. She's still spending Qatar money.
That's what do you know how many times I'm sure that Chibuke gets this. A lot of American agencies go to Qatar all the time to recruit for nurses. So you are more likely to get a job quickly if you want to do the American pathway. You're more likely to get a job really quickly. You're more likely to move up that American dream from Qatar than from Nigeria.
You telling me they want to come to UK? I think it's because of the residency issue and family, But if you are a single person, move now. But don't be like me, you go and catch her. Anyway, let's end this session, guys. Let's end this session, guys. I keep forgetting that I'm on mute. Thank you so much. This was supposed to be like an hour session, but see what has happened. I'm not always like that, guys. I'm so sorry. It's my first time. It's because of the technical issues. So if you are a single person out there, I know we were joking, but I'm being serious right now. If you're single out there, this pathway, explore it before you come to the United Kingdom. It will save you a lot of money, like a lot of money. Okay, so explore this pathway. If you still got any question, make sure you pop it in the comment section on my YouTube. I'm going to save this video. Yeah, make sure you pop it in the comment section. And oh God, hold on, I need to get my charger. It's like my laptop wants to go off, and that must not happen. Okay, so I'm sorry. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Yeah. So sorry guys. I need to say this before we go. Yeah, so if you're a single person, explore this pathway, okay? Thank you so much. I hope I tried to take as much questions as possible. If you still got any question after this, make sure you send it to our DM. You can also DM Chibuke. It will be very happy to help you. Send me a DM also. If you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. Bring your friends. I'm also going to host a nurse. She's popular also. She's in Canada. I'm going to host her soon on my YouTube channel. I'll see if you can do it on YouTube or on Instagram. I'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this live using YouTube, okay? If it's something you want me to do more often, okay? Let me know and we can do it again with the Canada pathway, okay? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your time. I want to do a giveaway. Yeah, I really wanted to do it today, but I'm running out of time. Okay, so I'm going to plan it. Maybe a cash giveaway. It's not to attract people to come to the YouTube or whatever. It is really to just appreciate you guys for staying with me, for everything. Like, you guys have really put me out there, and I appreciate every one of you. You want to share information, but you also need people to put you out there. You can't just be sharing information on your own. So people need to spread it. So the more you guys share this information, the better it is to get to people and actually help people. When I was in Nigeria, I didn't have anyone to do this with me. I didn't know anything. Trust me, I only knew about United Kingdom. Even United Kingdom, I had to struggle through it. And I said, what I went through, I do not want other people to go through it. I did not know about Qatar until now. So information is really key, and I'm really ready to help as much people as I can help with this. We need to get out. We need to do things for ourselves. Nigeria, our countries may not be so good, but we can start to make changes. Start from a nurse to a nurse to a nurse. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Chibuke. Switch on your mic. Cheers to everyone. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone. I love you. Bye. Yeah, so bye. Now, before we go, Ife, how do I save this? I'll just end broadcast. Just end broadcast. Speak, oh. We must not lose it, oh. I don't want to lose this video, so I just need to end broadcast. Okay, and it's gonna tell me I have to. And if you lose it, all right. If you lose it, anyway, we see again. We will see again. We will meet again. Bye, guys. I love you all. Bye. Mwah. Bye.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you, my love. Mwah. Bye, guys.